Today's episode is brought to you by Gabby.
Head on over to Gabby.com/rogue to find out how much you can save on your car and homeowner insurance.
I don't know what to expect. God damn it. Yeah. This is one of those weird things. It's like, you know, a surprise party is planned, but you don't know what it is. I know that Jason has good handwriting. I didn't know it was this good. Hold on. Okay, so we got what looks like coordinates. We got a lockpick, which is a clue into itself. This is the collection that the lockpicking lawyer gave us. And by the way, everyone wants to know where they can buy it. It's a secret. It was a gift from the lockpicking lawyer, whose face we've seen. So I'm allowed to use my phone for whatever this is, right?
You're gonna have to.
Oh, that's part of it. I don't think I've ever put in coordinates before. I'm just putting the top line, comma, the bottom line, 97. Oh, I probably shouldn't say all this out loud. Now they know what meridian I'm on. There we are. Oh, it's close. Okay, I guess we'll walk over there. If I were Jason, I'd put something in the murder pit, and that looks like we're headed to the murder pit. Maybe I'll turn on satellite mode. Ooh, it looks like the murder pit. Oh, it's not. Oh, it is. Okay, good. All right. We got the number 2. And, of course, that's why I have the lockpicks. God damn it. Let's at least do this in the shade. This is the part where I wonder, I probably should pick it just on principle, but also I want to get me a peek at a workaround because he picked a lock with a very long arm on it. Oh, it looks like there's a physical object in there that I need, and there's definitely a code. Oh, this is the part where everybody in production thinks, please be good at lockpicking, Brian, please. Okay, so as we learned several times, this is kind of unfortunately, here we go. We know that there's a bunch of pins down here, and then essentially, if you get all of the pins up at the same moment, the tension on the tension wrench will pull it open, and it takes a very, very fine hand. So you want to hold it really delicately, and you can actually see that first pin there. Now the thing is, the only locks that I picked have been like door locks. So there's a couple of different ways that we were taught to lockpick. One is raking, or it's similar to a bump key. The idea is you just sort of jam everything, and at some point, all the pins go up at the same moment, and then the tension is enough to open it. But I've never been super great at the finesse of individually grabbing each pin. The biggest thing seems to be that you want to have a mental map. Oh, I felt it. You want to create a mental map of how many pins there are and sort of get a sense of which ones are stuck where. The moment you release the tension, you could feel all the pins kind of clack down. It helps barely a little bit to kind of be able to look down, but mainly it's all done by feel. Reminds me a bit of in the original Marvel Daredevil movie, the way he would see the world is by, kind of creating a map from sound, only this one is with feel. All right, so I'm gonna let go and I'm gonna count how many of the pins I can feel releasing. 1, 2, so it feels like I got 2 or 3.
Is that a master lock?
It doesn't say the word master on it, so I'm gonna guess it's not. So it's even crappier than a master lock. If such a thing is possible. I think we're at the part where I gotta do them out of order, which is a pain. I could try just raking. Yeah! Rake for the win! Oh, that's great. All right. Oh, that felt good. Okay, so this is definitely a one-time pad, which I'm gonna have to remember how that goes. I don't know what's in here, and none of these are labeled in any particular order. So we got a bunch of unlabeled packages. I guess I'll start with the big one first. Holy cow, Jason went all out. Oh, this is a nice Royal Navy telescope, London, 1915. Is this an authentic artifact? I'm waiting for it to have like a hilarious gag in it or something. It's funny how just this being nicer than I expected sort of changes my understanding of the game we're playing. Okay. A compass. There's obviously a compass app on the phone, and I had to use the phone to even make it to here. So I don't know if this is a signal mirror thing, or I hope I don't have to chop down a tree. That's one of the things we learned you could do with the compass, is use that. Huh. If I had opened this first, I would think it's like a arcade coin or some kind of chintzy relic, but it looks like it's actual Latin. And because the spyglass is so genuinely an old artifact, it makes me wonder if this is either a replica or possibly even. I mean, I guess on eBay you could buy old coins. God, I totally have to reassess the level of game Jason's playing here. I showed up ready to play, you know, dominoes, and he's got four-dimensional chess. Okay, so I'm gonna guess there's info in there. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that this is what I'm supposed to use to decode using the one-time pad. But the only way that'll work is if I know the code word, which maybe there's a hint on whatever's in there. I'm gonna guess this is a sinister, maniacal TMZ Cobra speech. Press and hold. This is a radio. Are you telling, did he set up like a transmitter around here? Is there an awesome pirate signal? I'm gonna start with this. It's tuned to 88.9, which is one of the safer frequencies to broadcast on. A random puppy just showed up. Oh. Is this part of it too? Is he that good? Okay, I can almost hear something on here. Jason Murphy is a Tejano star. He's only human. We knew it. Okay, so I'm gonna guess we haven't gotten to whatever this is. All right, let's watch what's ever on the card. Son of a bitch, it's a TMZ Cobra adventure. Oh, this is amazing. That logo is amazing. Yes! The pants! Oh my God!
Hello, Mr. Brushwood. Oh, you think magic is your ally. But you merely adopted it. I was born...
Take off the mask.
Huh?
No one can understand you. You've got to take off your mask.
Yeah,
I know what you're trying to do, but you got to take the mask off.
Oh, this is so good!
Greetings, Mr. Brushwood. Did you think me gone?
Yes.
Did you think me cowed?
I
Oh,
hope-
not so. I have no fear of you and your new changeling allies. Traitor, you've betrayed the human race, and for that you will be punished. You thought me defeated, but I have returned, for I now have the dossier.
Oh, sweet, the MacGuffin.
The dossier that will destroy your wretched presidential candidate, Madame Kardashian.
Oh, no, she won't.
Once
She's going to
this
law
is
school.
leaked into the world, she will be ruined. Unless You can pass the trials I have set before you. You have received a box of implements, clues, if you will. Will they be of use to you in what is sure to be your last adventure?
Oh, we don't even have a name for my nemesis. But those pants are dope. Okay, so this is it, man. I guess I have everything. I was hoping for more direction, but I'm not the least bit sad. That was amazing. I guess at this point, if we're done with the computer, I'll put that aside. All right. So I'm gonna guess that this is the one-time pad that we used to decode it. This is the message. In fact, I'll go ahead and write that down. You match it up with, okay, so E and E is I. So I, question mark. So A and H. No, this can't be right. God, am I gonna have to go back and watch that episode? I am. Nah, I was given a cell phone for a reason. Who would have thought that my best resource would be the modern rogue? Oh, I get it. So since we have this grid that's A through 9 and this grid that's A through 9,
Right.
and this is all laid out, my guess is we combine what you send me with what I know.
Exactly. You got to start from the right side in the right direction, right? So here, you're going to start with D, because your first one here on your first message is D.
Got it. So you begin with the one-time pad.
So you've got your D here, and then go over to J here, actually.
Oh, that's not what I thought at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if you look, this one has
that's
little handy
okay.
sending and
Wow.
receiving codes.
I was wondering why I kept ended up stuck on the A's. Okay, so I want to go down to E, and then I want to go until I see E. Oh, so it just goes back to A. So A, and then I go to A, and I go until I see 8, but then that's still 8. Am I in the same thing? I'm still not doing it right, I don't think.
Correct.
Right, okay, there you go, to I. Yeah, okay, all right, so go down to B, and then over until I see 8, and then up 7, E8, 7. East 8, 7, maybe? These could be coordinates. And then up to 3. It's numbers, isn't it? Under column E, go over until I see N. Under B, I go over to 7, and I go up and I get a 6. Boy, this is feeling farther and farther from right. And now I repeat, I guess, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10. I guess we repeat.
The one-time pad key will look something like this, where we have a bunch of different messages. Now, you're only going to use one of these, and you're only going to use it once. When someone out in the field sends you a message, you're going to use your first key.
Okay.
And then once you've decoded that message that they sent you, you burn this.
E over to 2. It's going to be a Y. 2 Y's in a row. This can't be right. So far, I've got E8731J6 TIUMUGRYY. You know what? I made the immediate assumption that this had to be the keyword. I wonder if there are other keywords to try. So we could do telescope, or maybe that coin. On the one side, it says 9 or 11. It's got to be 9 because I think, oh, I never realized. Do you think that's why they put laurel wreaths at the bottom? So that you could know whether it's 9 or 11. You know what? I'm allowed to use my phone. I'm gonna find out if there's a Latin translation for this. Vicintus? Latin detected. It looks like VECINCTUS. It doesn't have a translation, but maybe that's the, let me treat it as the keyword. Under V to E. I'm gonna say this is probably garbage as well. The keyword. Would he give me a scrambled keyword? Anagram. Finder. 6-letter words. Bahaha. 5-letter words. Beach, acha, abaca. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that this is not a scrambled word. No, they can't even be like hexadecimals or something. So they're 10 letters, but for the life of me, I don't know what that means. Outside of, it does line up nicely with the 5x5 on this code. Things that there are 10 of. Not musical, because that would be 8s. Not pentatonic, that'd be 5s. 10, maybe binary, but that doesn't really get me anywhere. Fingers on hands. We have a mixture of vowels and consonants. We also have a mixture of straight lines and curves. We also have, some of these can be flipped upside down. Sometimes you'll do a code where you'll invert everything upside down. It couldn't be something backwards because the C is going the wrong direction. And we noticed that there's a lot of repeating on them. If they were numbers, what would they be? They'd be 5, 1, 2. That's a phone number. That's an Austin phone number. This is a phone number, isn't it? 5, 1, 2. You motherfuckers. God damn it. God damn it. And you even told me I needed my phone. Oh my God. Call 512-815-2183.
Calling now.
8824 negative 97.3306 30.8824 negative 97.3306.
Oh my God, I got sunscreen in my eyes, so it looks like I'm crying with joy. Let's just say I'm crying with joy. All right. So obviously more coordinates. I think we're about to move. All right, I got the coordinates in there. It's again on property, but this time it looks like it's just over there. I got a travel kit. Look at this. Boom. Oh, okay.
All right, Brian, you got to pick one. Do you want to save time or do you want to save money?
No, I refuse. False dichotomy, false dichotomy. I want both. I want to somehow be able to save time and money, and I want to spare myself the eye-melting tedium of doing something I hate. For example, hold on, insurance. Shopping for insurance sucks, totally sucks, because you got one type of coverage and all you want to do is find a better price. So you look around and you see a bunch of advertisements that say a different price, and then you get halfway into it, you realize that's not the same type of coverage at all. I want real apples to apples comparisons, and I want someone else to do all the hard work. Ha! Solve that one, Einstein Rosenbridge.
You're almost there. If you go to Gabby.com, they do the work for you. You don't have to make a lot of phone calls. You don't have to go to a bunch of different websites. You just go to Gabby.com. They compare 40 of the top home and auto insurance providers right there for you. And 7 out of 10 people that check their prices end up saving something. And if you end up buying through them, the average savings is $825 per year.
Nice try, Professor Otto von Car Sales. I'll bet there's some kind of secret
That's
catch.
me.
What do they put you on some kind of secret spam list? Get a bunch of robocalls or something?
Shut up, Brian. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. They don't put you on any list, and it's free to check all of those prices.
Well, it probably takes forever. It's probably too complicated. I ain't got time for that.
Here, let me show you. I went to Gabby.com, that's Gabi.com, and did an apples to apples comparison. And in no time, I found a deal that was literally $800 less per year than I'm paying now.
Basically, we're saying go to Gabby.com/rogue, sign up, and then tell us how much money you're saving.
Yeah, listen to Professor Von Insurance Sales, whatever he called me.
Professor Von
Listen to him.
Insurance. According to science, Gabby.com/rogue is the best.
So it looks close to here. Of course, GPS isn't exact. Oh, wait, no. If he's doing this for me, for Modern Rogue, then it's almost certainly in here, right? There, yes! Okay, so in addition to a ping pong ball from the motion capture suit he was wearing, there is this dead drop spike that says, "Smell me." Ooh, there's bees in here. Okay. So this looks like a homemade dead drop spike out of resin. So I'm gonna guess this is like a test tube with something in it that I should identify. Ah! Might smell me. So maybe that's a key phrase or something. Do we have the laptop? Geocache 2. TMZ Cobra?
He did it. No, he smelled it. No, he
God
did.
damn it.
I didn't think he would, but he. Oh, yeah. Mr. Brushwood, such a simple cipher. Do not get too self-satisfied. Oh,
The worst part is he's
I
not
am
wrong.
not impressed. You may think that you are quite clever, that you might be number one, but you're not. You're a big zero.
That's a clue. Wait, that's it? That's all I get? Number one, but I'm a big zero. Okay, so I guess we go back to what's in the box. God damn it, I can't believe I smelled it. Might as well have just shouted, pull my finger. You may think that you're a one, but you're a big zero. We haven't used the one-time pad. We haven't translated this. The spyglass doesn't seem to have anything numeric in it. We haven't even gotten to whatever possible transmission is happening. I'm gonna assume that this is burned and there's nothing else to it. I think this was just meant to be the phone number. You may think you're a one, but you're a big zero. Maybe the one-time pad is just all on the number zero? Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be easy. 0 to E, so that'd be O. 0 to 8 would be I. O-I-I-K-B. Yeah, it's still a bunch of nonsense. So this is labeled 02, but I have to suspect that this is like evidence labeling, where it's like this is the second hard drive or USB key. Let me watch it again, and maybe there's some other hidden code.
Mr. Brushwood, such a simple cipher. Do not get too self-satisfied. Oh, I am not impressed.
Not.
You may think that you are quite clever, that you might be number one, but you're not. You're a big zero.
So knots and numbers. Okay, all right. So, oh man, some of these knots are simple overhand ties. Some are multiples of 3. If I was gonna guess, could this be Morse code? What would that look like if it was? Hold on. Dot dash. God, what a... man, I gotta tip my hat. Yeah, it's plain as day once you see it. Dash, dash, dash. Dot dash. Dot. Dash, dash. And because I'm allowed to have a cell phone. Dash, dash, dash. Oops. Dash. Morse code to text. God damn it. It came out with UX. Is this garbage? So he made a point of the knots. So almost certainly the message is in the knots. I assumed it was Morse code. He said, I think I'm a 1, but I'm a 0. It's binary. That's what it is. God damn it. All right, so it's not Morse code, it's binary. So let's do this not as dots and dashes, but as 0s and 1s. I'm gonna guess that a simple knot is a 1. No, maybe the simple knot is a 0. So it's probably a binary translator I could use. Okay, so let's just put it straight out. So it could be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Interesting. Okay, so if these were binary, they could represent numbers from 1 to 26, which would work. So this would have to be 1, which would be the letter A. Oh, no, I'm doing it backwards. It can't be a 0 for that first one. Binary to decimal conversion. Okay, so a binary number will be 1, and that would be a 1. 110 would become 6. So that could be 1, 6. 0110 makes less sense because it's the same as 6. Again, so I would make that also 6. And then again, 110. So maybe that's not where we're at. Very clearly, these are in discrete units. And very clearly, 1s and 0s has to do with binary. I don't see enough information here to make letters out of everything except for by Morse code, but I already tried that. I guess I'll just type in exactly what I got and see what it shows as alphanumeric. If I just type in everything, I'll put no spaces, but there are spaces here. 1, 0, 0. I get it now. It's the binary solo from Flight of the Conchords. 1, 1. There's no way that's going to translate right. Yeah, it just came up with ASCII garbage. Maybe if I remove the spaces, is that the problem? Yeah, it similarly gives me garbage. What if I'm overreading into the big knots versus the small knots? And what if instead any knot is a 1 and any negative space is a 0? That would change this considerably. But then I wouldn't know, like, nah, the gaps seem too uniform for that to work. And then there's ambiguous ones like this. Well, I guess I have to assume the possibility that this was the first part to come out. So maybe he thought this was the obvious beginning, which would reverse everything around. Okay, so here, I'll go backwards. Let me convert each one to a decimal, starting with the first one. So we'll go 1, 1 to decimal is a 3, which would be the letter C. I guess we'll go in reverse order here. So 1, 1, C, and then that would be a 0 in decimal, would be 0. Wait, but 0 doesn't translate to a letter of the alphabet. So it'd have to be whatever 3, 0. Oh, this is another one of the coordinates. 30 point. Yes. Okay. Going backwards, this sucks. Here, I'll actually just put it, run it through my hands. Then 1, 0 is another 2. Then 1, 0, 0, 0 is an 8. 1, 0, 0, 1. It should be a 9. My frustration was that I kept seeing numbers that were starting with 0, which made no sense. But of course the answer was I was doing everything backwards. Okay, so I'm gonna assume these are coordinates. We've got 16 digits. If we split it in half, look at that. 30.97 point. So I'll punch these in. God damn, whoa. Ooh, that was a crafty one. Oh, shit. This is literally on the other side of the planet. I'm gonna guess I put a digit in wrong, and I'm gonna take a look at this. Oh, that's right, I gotta put in a negative on there. Also, I definitely put in the wrong number, so I'm double glad that the error was so obvious. Man, we were about to go on a hell of a road trip. Okay, oh, there it is, it's down by the pond. Okay, all right, let's go. Jackrabbit. With all the leaves, it's a little slippery here. Okay, so we're coming up on the coordinates. Unfortunately, it is right by the stagnant pond, so I'm gonna assume it's a mosquito extravaganza back here. So this is roughly where we shot the Samson and the Chooch stuff. So I'd imagine it's down there. There it is. Okay. Looks like a landmine. I'm gonna try to not freak out about that. All right. I'm gonna guess this is all just for securing everything down. Ah, there we go. We need the laptop. I see another card. Looks like I've got some degrees. Oh, nice. Okay. So I don't think these are coordinates. I think this is something to do with the compass or the spyglass. All right.
Oh, Mr. Brush, what do you think you're so clever, so fancy with your new headquarters? But do you have an underwater lair? Because I have to tell you, it's awesome! So awesome! Yeah, look at this! All of the sharks swimming by! Did you change the background? We don't have an underwater... I specifically asked for an underwater background. Otherwise, this whole thing is just, did you just... Oh, that's good. That's okay. Good. Okay, very funny. Very fun. Take it. That's my whole plan. What are you... You're just putting the whole plan up there? I worked really hard. What the
Okay, so I'm gonna guess. God damn, that's so good. I'm gonna guess that the most important part for me to figure out is that the evil plan involves me using the spyglass. This is also where we shot the reflective signaling mirror stuff. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. God, feels like such a nice artifact. Oh, well. Ooh, here's a question. It looks like there's something on that bench. How do I focus? I've never used a spyglass before, I just realized. Oh my God, there's a bunch of, Jesus, they're everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, there's 8 of them. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 degrees here. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, you've outdone yourself, Murphy, my goodness. So here, I'm gonna see if I can get this on my iPhone so I can see it nice and plain. Oh, look at that. Well, I can see that plant. I bet I'm not supposed to actually be able to see what's written on each of these, but instead, they all have some kind of information on them. And I'll bet I'm supposed to run over and read them based on the order of those headings. They're not really coordinates on a compass, those are just headings. So there's 8 and 8. before I even find out what's on all that stuff. It's 148, 138, 122, 114. So I don't know that we ever learned how to use a compass properly. Okay, so you align north with north, I assume. Yeah, there we go. So you hold it. I'm guessing all of this. I have no idea. Oh, this turns. Ah, okay. Today I learned how the compass works. I'm gonna set it to 148. I'm gonna align north with north. Uh-oh. Do I have magnets that's messing this up? Because that is not north. So if that's 148, and that's north, so it looks like, if I look straight down the barrel of this, it does seem to go straight down to that one in the middle of the creek. So 138 seems to be straight towards the one to that right. 122 looks like Upper Cliff, so 114, tree. 130, that looks like Lower Cliff. 94, I'm gonna guess that guy is the one way off to the side. Bench. 158 is the log over there. 118, uh-oh. 118 looks like Upper Cliff again. I think at this point, I could just order them based on order. So even if my measurements are bad, we could just order them from left to right. I'm just gonna run around and see what they say. So the farthest left one says 4.3, so that's 94 degrees. And I guess in a perfect world, I'd be able to see that from the spyglass. Then there was one on the tree up here, right? 597. So that'd be 118. Nope, 114. Then Upper Cliff, it says 8. So I assume that's 118. Then Lower Cliff says 9. So that's got to be 122. Then middle tree, right? That'd be 130. Then creek. That seems significant that it starts with a 0. Then 3 to the right, 148. 3. And then 158 is 5. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. I think I already got it. The telltale sign is that the whole message begins with 30, which is the latitude or longitude. I actually don't even know. But that's what the coordinates have started with. And there's that 97. That's another dead giveaway. We got ourselves more coordinates. All right, let me punch these in. Punching in, if these are indeed coordinates, which I certainly hope they are, we will do 30, comma, negative, because that's what everything else has been. Fingers crossed. Ah, another place on campus. Oh, this is a weird one. This one's in the woods. All right, to the woods. So the coordinates look like they're along the river. Everything else so far has been of some kind of storied significance. Looking at this, if I was gonna guess out of the blue, I would guess to look at the foxhole where Whiskey and Tango live. Or we assume they do, we don't know. But also that has me possibly sticking my hand in a fox burrow, which makes me nervous. All right, so it says it's in this area close. maybe a little bit up the creek. I guess maybe just a little bit up here. Oh, you sassy mother. That is definitely one of the fake rocks we made for the dead drop. Please be right, please be right. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, yes, another video. Oh, that was well played, sir. All right, not that I don't love authenticity, but if we're gonna sit in a literal cloud of bugs, then I think I could get the next clue in a more comfortable part of the property. So if we're on clue number 5 now, I gotta think we're coming up to using that one-time pad sometime soon. All right, here we go.
Friends, rogues, fellow supervillains, lend me.
God damn it. Like at first I thought it was a bit, and then I realized it went a bit long for a bit, which we're not above, but then it goes so long that it's like, this is the worst Andy Kaufman-esque bit ever, or that this is some kind of slow scan television thing. Also, I am convinced there's a clue in the Friends, Rogues,
Give unto
Countrymen
Caesar
thing.
what is Caesar's.
There it is. There, yeah, Caesar reference. Okay, this has something to do with the coin. Okay. All right. So what do we got? We got a signal that is almost certainly slow scan television that I have to decode. Boy, wouldn't that be great if I just lost the coin? That we couldn't finish it. Ah, there we go. Okay, so some kind of reference, rendering unto Caesar what is Caesar's. It's got IX on one side, and it says Vinctus, or if that's a space, maybe 5. Oh, 5 cents. Maybe it's Cintus, C-I-N-T-U-S. Let's figure out what's on that code. I'm gonna grab a Slow Scan TV app. We did that one episode where we learned that Slow Scan TV is the method that like the Voyager probe used to send photos back to Earth. And we've dropped some codes using that before.
Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
All right, so stop. If I adjust the skew, no, maybe the phase, no. So it must be a different codec than Scotty S1. One more time, I'm gonna try auto detecting, and I'll manually start it, which maybe will make it help.
Lend me.
So I can see what looks like some kind of text written on there. But it looks like I definitely have the wrong codec, so probably the highest number MR1. Skew. God, it looks like it's almost something there, doesn't it? Oh, that one looks very close. Oh, I think we've got something. Oh man, I can almost see it. Black and white, 36 seconds. I'm gonna start it over again because look at that. Weirdly, the closer you get to the microphone, the more messed up and noisy it gets. So I'm gonna stop it, and then I'm gonna back this up.
Lend me.
So it looks like the beginning, INAX, WXN, INAX, CQANN. That's not like a ham handle, is it? WRWN, BNENW, OREN, CFX, INAX, OXDA. So what does that have to do with a 5-cent in Latin piece that says either 11 or 9? Cinctus? Does cinctus mean cents? Let me see. There's a spider. Maybe it's a V instead of a U. It really looks like a U. So instead of an S at the end, that could be some decorations. Oh, it's Sync TV's Twitch channel. That's what we're talking about. V8? You wouldn't have a Arabic numeral on there. Yeah, I'm no longer convinced that that's an S at the end. I think that matches the decoration on the other side. Unless it's S-U-E? First, second declension participle. Ready, prepared, having been readied, succinct, concise. But that's with 2 C's.
Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess I have to deliver this somewhere, but S-U... That's either it wouldn't make sense as a B. Unless, let me look up my Roman numerals. LCDM. I don't see anything past that would justify a B or an N. So I'm gonna bail on numbers. What if it is a B? SVB. CINCTUS. Subcinctus Latin autocompletes. Subcinctus. I could see that. Shift. So if we're keeping to one piece of the puzzle to each puzzle, then I'm going to disregard the one-time pad and that message because we have a message. It just needs to be shifted over. So this could be a letter substitution cipher where we shift. So great. Okay, so all I got to do is type in CQANN space INAX space. Nope. Autocorrect is a real punch in the gut on this one. These have to be numbers in 2 phrases because they're going to be more coordinates, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 digits, just like all the previous ones. So this is eventually going to be a number. INAX. Got it. OXDA, OXDA. So we know it is coordinates is where we want to end up. Oh my gosh. I think we might be able to solve it without this. Yes. It's definitely in plain English because the first 2 digits are going to be 30, just like all the others. So CQANN has to be THREE. INAX has to be ZERO. It's taken a long time to solve. I don't think that it merits this much time for computer processing power to solve this. Perfect. Okay, let me punch in new coordinates. I'm on to you. I got you, TMZ Cobra. The M stands for mosquitoes, and you're a real Wow. It's way out on the edge of the property. Oh my God, and I think I know exactly where it is. Wow. This is it. This is the last part, right? We're on the last puzzle. I think we've solved everything except for the one-time pad. We've used everything. We've got the radio and the one-time pad. Okay, let's go find out. We gotta hike. So from the satellite, it looked like it was on the very, very back of the property, on the very edge, where I know we found some like weird ass stone circles and the kids started building a little tree fort. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's where he was taken. And it looks like it's just down this way, up the ridge. So there's 2 paths up. That one I think takes us too far off course. I think I see a message. Yeah! All right, whoops. I'm gonna guess there's one more message. I cannot believe He went to so much lengths. That's amazing.
You down with OTP?
One-time pad.
Come on, that's when you say the.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's
dude.
when you say the thing.
I know.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna cue you again. I'm gonna cue. Ryan, you down with OTP? That's you.
Yeah, you know me.
There it is. Could you you?
Yeah, you know me.
Never mind.
Yeah, you know me.
Okay. No, you don't. No.
Okay, so, well, shoot, that doesn't give me much to go on outside of, what do I have? I've got the one-time pad, which I've had since the beginning. What new thing did I get since coming over here? Let me see what I got. Unless, if this is the last puzzle, maybe there's something, maybe this gets used? You're kidding me. Yes! Okay, so that means this isn't the message. Listen to this, listen to this. There's the sound.
7. Yankee. Romeo. Foxtrot.
Okay,
3.
so that means I don't have a message, I have the key. And this is the actual message. Because I was thinking that was going to be a long-ass message to translate. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Bravo.
Okay, all right. Let's get to work. All right, I'll wait for the tone. 7, Yankee, Romeo, Foxtrot, 3. All right, I think I got all those right. Shoot, okay, so then if this becomes the key, then that means we start with E, go down to E, we go to 7, and then up, we get 3, which is always the first digit of the next location. Oh, I got this. And we go down to 8, and then we go over to Y, which means 0, 30 point, there we go. Yeah, P. Go over to O. 9. Oh my God, this has got to be the last of the coordinates. What a freaking day. Dead center in the middle of the pond. Ah, it's gross. That's where all the mosquitoes are. Typical TMZ Cobra move. All right, gents, last stop. We have to save the president. Not gonna lie, a tiny part of me was totally hoping to see, standing on a rock, Jason Murphy breaking quarantine. I can't believe we were just by here. Oof. Is this the prank? Is the whole day so I can stand in a bog? Maybe the GPS is a bit off and there's something underneath one of these benches? Because so far he's been good about having a real story to every place that we've been. Nothing seems to have been just random or useless, so unless the joke was to get me to stand in bog water, maybe here? There is an X. Oh, am I just supposed to sit here? I'm sitting on your spots. I bet you can hear me. you here? I mean, this is definitely close enough to the spot on the coordinates, and none of us put that X there. Spyglass, the lockpick, the one-time pad, got his rope. There's nothing in the message to indicate what to do next. So maybe there's something I'm missing around here. But that's definitely X marks the spot. This extra piece of tape confuses me. It makes me wonder if something was taped underneath that fell off. Where am I supposed to go if this is the spot? Huh. Is anything indicating a direction to look? What if that motherfucker's wearing a ghillie suit? I think I broke a computer. Seems fine. Pretty much. This is how extreme I suspect him of being. I looked up to the water tower to see if he was flashing me like a signal message. Okay, almost certainly there's something I'm supposed to see from right here. Oh, this is agonizing. I guess the other side could be that X marks the spot, and maybe I'm not seeing it on the bench. I haven't physically looked underneath. Could it be buried? Maybe there's another dead drop spike? But he also hasn't repeated himself. Wait. Yes, you motherfucker! Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, God damn it. Yes! The dossier from the beginning! Hold on. Yes, there it is. Evidence of President Kardashian and the aliens. President Kardashian with an I Love Child shirt. Changeling I'd like to destroy. Oh. Item TZM 3097, specimen class, Cinderella, invasive. Oh, this is amazing. Yes!
Oh, you poor fool! Oh, how pitiful you are, lying there in your own tears, your mind torn asunder by my diabolical enigmas. You must feel so... Wait, have you finished them? No. All of them. He got all.
I was just thinking, like, who's supposed to be seeing this if not the guy that solved everything?
Serious? For real? Fine. All right. We'll start it over. Next time, Brushwood.
Oh my God. What a total blast that was. I gotta call Jason and congratulate him. That was freaking amazing. Call Jason Murphy.
Mr. Brushwood.
I did it! President Kardashian's secrets are safe with me! No association of lizard people will ever make it to your foul establishment.
No.
Holy cow.
Brushwood.
Dude, that was unbelievable. It was so perfect. It was amazing.
I am so glad. It took us, we did the math today. It's like, have we been working on this for a month now?
we certainly have all had the time over the last month. It was epic, man. And the story beats are amazing. And f you, yes, I did smell that dumb rope. It was great.
Oh, great. The whole thing with the smell, I didn't know if it was going to play because originally we had it was supposed to be a cigar tube.
Oh,
so
got it.
It was the callback, but then it just ended up being a smell me joke.
I'm not gonna lie, when I sat down on the bench, I spent, like, that was the hardest one of all because I was convinced that there was something besides just look harder at the bench. And I sat there at the bench and I shouted out at you, convinced that you were in a ghillie suit somewhere on property, gonna jump out.
I considered it, really did.
And then I decided, no, he won't be there, but maybe Grant is. Dude, that was epic and amazing. What an incredible experience. What an incredible day. You are a champion among men, sir.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Couldn't have done it without Allison's help, without John's help, without Corey calling and checking little things and just little tiny things that I missed. But I'm just really glad nothing went awry.
Dude, everything worked. And like there were definite like full-on magic tricks. I'm like, I don't know where he would put a transmitter for the radio stuff, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I think Corey went out and activated it.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome because
yeah.
it had to be at the right time.
Yeah, because we charged up the batteries and everything, but it had a sleep thing of like 200 minutes. And I'm like, oh, man, because I was like, okay, well, this could, he could get stuck on something, and so it might take longer. Maybe they'll break it up into 2 days or something like that.
Yeah, the whole experience ended up being almost 5 hours for me. We took a little break in the middle, but it was a tasty, big adventure, man.
Oh, wow. Good. Yeah, I wanted to make stuff like hard, but not like frustrating.
Yeah, it was ideal.
Great. Oh, so glad you had fun. It's just such a huge weight off my shoulders.
All right.
I hope this doesn't fall apart.
Now you realize like you've upped the ante, and now I got to figure out how to repay the favor.
We've got the makings for another one. I mean, too soon, right? But when the time comes,
hell's yeah.
Enough for another.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, I'll catch you later. You did it. Hooray.
Oh, awesome. Congratulations, and thank you for playing along, man.
All right.
Talk to you later.
See ya. That was amazing.
Item number TZM3097, Specimen Class Cinderella, Invasive, Zeta Protocols. Specimen TZM3097 has proven resistant to russet-based attacks. Unlike with Specimen TZM Redacted, which displayed a particular weakness to both copper-plated zinc payloads and nightshade projectiles, the outer carapace of TZM3097 has been resistant to most attempts at disposal. No current deterrent exists at this time. TZM operatives are advised to employ Level 7 anti-infection procedure. The Redacted team recommends maintaining a minimal distance of 30 meters from specimen. If Level 7 execution is compromised, the Redacted team can deploy a Prometheus unit for full sanitization. Untested. Specimen TZM3097 is an invasive species resembling Cucurbita maxima. They are approximately 30 to 38 centimeters in diameter and can weigh 15 to 35 pounds. 90% of the mass is often the mottled outer carapace, suspected to be secondary offspring deposits that may hatch and evolve into Redacted. The outer carapace is in actuality a rugged amniotic sac protecting the liquid fungal payload. The amniotic fluid within exhibits individual cellular sentience. See Prometheus unit for recommended response. Each specimen displays behavior indicating it operates as an extension of the Redacted elective intelligence. Low-grade, persistent telepathic attacks from the specimen have proven to be effective at a range of 25 meters. Using this ability, the specimen attempts to coerce intelligent creatures into ingesting the amniotic fungal payload. Once the target creature consumes the fluid within, transformation into Redacted is both complete and immediate. TZM has inserted Caspian-class operative codename Cobra. Operative currently exhibiting degradation of mental faculties. Repeated exposure to the telepathic abilities of TZM3097 is suspected. Redacted is monitoring Cobra's performance.